I think it's that one. I think, are we working? Are we working? We are live. Let me know if you can hear me and see me. I've taken some time off this weekend to travel to Mars. Yeah, I'm here with Mr. Chameleon. Yes, Ori's here, Adam's here, Graham's here, Alan's here. Gaming Rules is here saying live in 1 minute. Oh, cool. I really like his videos. Mohammed's here, Chris is here, Gareth's here, Oliver's here. Excellent. Right. Okay. So this is, yesterday evening, I spent like 3 or 4 hours. Me and Vicky went through, created thumbnails for all of the videos that I'm doing this weekend, created all of the live streams for everything that's happening this weekend. They are all on my YouTube channel now, all ready to go. And I didn't create this one. So there was no pre-event for this on YouTube, but it's here now. Now, for the first time, I am actually broadcasting this now live directly on YouTube, which is the chat that people can see. There's a David, I can't pronounce his surname. Anyway, there's a David in the chat. Now, yeah, so for the first time, I'm also broadcasting this on the GridCon Facebook page. I have never broadcast a video live to the GridCon Facebook page yet. If you are watching this on the GridCon Facebook page, please say hello. I am now going to Alt-Tab and see if anybody is there. There are no comments. Okay, so I don't know how many people are watching this on Facebook, but if you are watching this on Facebook, I can't see the chat on the left hand side. I haven't got that plugin working yet. I'll try and do that. But yeah, pop a comment into the Facebook to let me know if you're watching. I don't know if you can see how many people are watching. 7. According to this, there are 7 people watching this on Facebook. So hello everybody watching on Facebook. If you don't know what this is, and I'm assuming most people do, but if you don't know what this is, my name's Paul Grogan. I organise a biannual event called GridCon, and GridCon 2 was going to be happening this weekend at a hotel in Tiverton, down in Devon. Gaming Rules in Devon convention is what GridCon stands for. However, with obviously COVID-19 problems around the world, we've had to cancel. So what I'm doing is I'm organising virtual GridCon instead. It is a virtual convention. It's being held online. It starts right now. It's going to be running until Sunday night. It's free to attend. And all you need to do is just join the Discord server and you can join in. We're using a variety of methods for playing games. We're using Tabletop Simulator. We're using Tabletopia. We're using Board Game Arena, Yucata, Boîte à Jeu, possibly even Vassal, if anybody's crazy enough to use that. I've heard it's not as bad as, as I say. Or just playing games over Skype or whatever. There's a lot going on this weekend. If you are able to pop along, even if you're not able to play games, just pop along to the Discord server, join in some of the conversations there, see what's going on. It's text-based and voice chat, so if you just want to text type to people, you can. And yeah, there's lots of games going on. A lot of games have been pre-planned, so there is a spreadsheet which is available. I've got the window open because it's hot. It does mean you're going to hear some background noise. Yeah, so there is a spreadsheet which is up online where you can see that lots of people have planned games. Now, please don't think that's the only games going on. There are going to be random games being created at various times over the weekend. All you need to do is pop on the Discord server and say, oh, anybody fancy a game of, Great Western Trail on whatever? And you'll find people, and then you can find a table number, find a free table and join in. The pre-planning list is for the people who want to book a game in advance so they know what they're doing and where they're doing it. Right. The other thing that's happening this weekend is on that same spreadsheet, there is a tab called Game Demos. And a number of games designers are basically bringing their games for you to play. And that ranges from, somebody who's got a prototype of a game that they want testing. It's not a finished game. It's not been published. It might never be published. Okay. But they are there. They've created a game and they want people to play it. Ranging from that all the way through to people like David Turtsey, Vital Lacerda, who are demoing finished games. So yeah, Vital Lacerda is going to be demoing Kanban later on today. So that's a finished game. It's not physically out yet. But yeah, you can play whatever you want. Now you can't play the games with Vital and David because I think they're busy. But anyway, yes. So there's lots of things going on. I'm going to be live streaming myself over the weekend. I've got a big plan. Let me try and get up on screen the image of what I'm doing this weekend. There you go. Right, so you probably can't see that because it's a bit small, but here's what I'm doing this weekend. So I have 3 games of Under Falling Skies, which is a solo game, but I'm going to be teaching some people how to play it. So I'm doing that each day. Now the times are not on here, but this is noon. So noon today, noon tomorrow, and noon on Sunday, Under Falling Skies. So that's the first video I'm going to be doing today. The game hasn't arrived yet, but I've got the old prototype. I'm doing a live Q&A with Matthew Dunstan. That's happening today. Then a live Q&A with David Turtsey. Then I'm going to be doing games of Codenames online. So, and these aren't full yet. The Under Falling Skies is full. Codenames is not full. So if you want to play Codenames with me, 7 o'clock each day, pop on that sheet and put your name in there. So that's there, and there. Tomorrow morning is a tutorial and playthrough of Tzolk'in using Board Game Arena. Then I've got a live Q&A with Vittel here. Then I'm doing Railroad Revolution with the Railroad Evolution expansion. That's in the afternoon. And then I'm playing Marvel Champions with Rick on Saturday night. So Saturday's a pretty full packed day. Sunday, another Under Falling Skies, and then I'm doing Cloudspire. That's the big one. That's going to be a big long stream. Going to be playing Cloudspire Sunday afternoon. And then finally, to wrap things up, oh, ignore the one at the bottom. That shouldn't be there. To wrap things up, at the end of play on Sunday, I'm going to be doing a live playthrough of just one. Yeah, so that Pathfinder Adventure card game was the video from yesterday, that I didn't actually end up doing. So yeah, so that's my plans for the weekend. Right, I'm just going to pop over to the YouTube chat and see if anybody's in there. Ah, yes, a few people are here. Gemma's here, Kevin's here, James is here, Chris is working. Right, okay, so the Facebook chat is working. 12 people are watching on Facebook, and there we go. Right, over to the questions while I finish my porridge. I said I was going to have breakfast, didn't I? Have we got any questions? Outside noise is fine. Okay. Window on the Mars rover is open. Yes. David talking about squirrels. What's he saying about squirrels? Vassal is fine if anybody wants pointers, might be able to help. So yeah, Alden, I last used Vassal about 8 years ago, and I just could not get to grips with it. Obviously, the UI things have moved on. But I have seen other people, Uli from Spielworks and other people, playing games now on Vassal, and the interface just looks improved and better. Maybe because they've added graphics and it's less line art or something like that. I'm not sure. Please take breaks. Well, let me show you. Let me show you my actual plans, because I've done these kind of things before. I did Virtual Lyriacon, and I learned from Virtual Lyriacon that you know, there's no way that I'm able to do everything at once. So yeah, let me just pull up let's pull up my plans. There we go. Right, how can I save this? Can't I just pull that? No, hang on. I'm still learning this streaming software. If I can add source, screen capture, window capture, snipping tool, there you go. Right, so there's my plans for the weekend. And the thing that I learned from Virtual Lyriacon is building gaps between them. And as you can see on there, although I've not put the opening ceremony on there, that's what we're doing now. I've actually got 2 hours off. Now that's not off. That's going to be 2 hours of emails, conversations, and everything else, and making sure everything's working. I factored in food time. I don't normally do that at conventions, so I've actually booked out that 1 hour there for food time and an hour here. My only concern is Saturday. If this Tzolk'in game overruns a little bit, which hopefully shouldn't, that might impact on that. And my other concern is the Q&A with Vittel. If that gets busy and that runs a bit long, I've then got Railroad Evolution to do. I'm going to have to set up Railroad Evolution in the morning, because that's going to be a physical game that I'm going to be streaming, and I'm going to be teaching people, and I need to remember how to play. Marvel Champions should be fun. I've just got to prepare the deck, and again, as you can see, Sunday morning, I've actually got Sunday morning booked out. So yeah, for those people who are concerned that I do take on too much, this last week has been hell, but as you can see from that, I am pacing myself. Right, I'm gonna eat while I read some messages in the chat. Oh, Jaffa cakes! I need to mention Jaffa cakes. Chrissy wants to know, what am I looking forward to? What am I looking forward to? Probably, I mean, I'm looking forward to all of them in a way. I am looking forward to Under Falling Skies because I actually think it's a really good game. And I'm not, with a lot of CGE games, I'm a developer on their games, and I will be a developer on that game, but I haven't been a developer so far. So I can give you my complete honest opinion of the game because I've not been involved in it yet. I think it's really good. And I know what they're planning for it because it was just a 9-card print and play solo game, and they're going to make it campaign mode, lots of extra bits and everything else. Looks fantastic. And I've just had a message from CGE that they're on the phone now to DPD shouting at them because the package was supposed to arrive. It was supposed to arrive last night, so I could show off the new version, the new fancy prototype. It looks amazing. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm actually looking forward, although I'm nervous, about the 12 o'clock game tomorrow, the one at noon tomorrow, because I am teaching 2 of the kids in Africa. Now, we did a Skype test. So we did 2 Skype tests yesterday. One of them absolutely failed dismally. Ben has reset the router, changed the password on it. And yeah, somebody was hijacking their Wi-Fi over there and using all of the bandwidth or something like that. So I am actually looking forward to that, but I am nervous about it. I mean, I should be thinking, Paul, you're just teaching people how to play games over Skype. This is nothing different than anything else you've done. However, obviously over there the internet can be a bit flaky, and I'm just worried that the stream isn't going to go that well. I mean, the kids are smart enough. That's not the problem. It's just if there ends up being delays or anything like that, it's actually going to be quite a struggle. I am looking forward to it though, because I think it'll be rewarding for me to do. I'm super looking forward to Cloudspire, although I'm super nervous about Cloudspire because I'm a bit rusty on the rules, and the tabletop simulator mod is fantastic, but I need to relearn how to use it because otherwise that stream is just going to be a bit of a mess. So I'm looking forward to that. Marvel Champions I love playing, but yeah, I'm just a bit rusty on it. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to all of these. I don't know if there's any one in particular that I'm looking forward to more than anything else, because just one is always good for a laugh. So yeah, it's a good question, but I'm not sure. I haven't read back about my squirrel question. Let's scroll up. What's this squirrel question? Is there going to be a disco segment featuring your chipmunk costume? Okay, so the squirrel costume I gave to CGE as soon as I'd done the video and said, there you go, I never want this back again. Yeah, I know a lot of people said, yeah, on reflection, I mean, the video was funny, okay? And people said, oh, it was funny, but I look back with a little bit of regret on that video and think, oh, maybe I shouldn't have done this. Maybe it was a bit silly. I don't know. David was going to get the bee costume. Anyway, Jaffa cakes. What I was going to say is, when I moved down to Exeter, in fact, before I moved to Exeter, I looked around at the area for local gaming groups, and I came across the game shop Clifton Road Games in Exeter, and that was where the Games Club was. And joining there, that basically got me, into the area, and a lot of the friends that I knew were from Exeter. Very few of them I still see now, and I'm glad of the ones that I do carry on seeing. But anyway, Chris Payne was probably one of the alpha gamers in Exeter, and I don't mean that in a territorial way. I mean, he was a serious gamer. He had hundreds of games. He went to SN every year. He was very knowledgeable about the games hobby and industry and everything else. And yeah, he was the one person in Exeter who, was clearly in that position. I've become friends with Chris, and I've known him now for 10 or 11 years. He's given me a lift home from the airport on many occasions. When we bump into each other at the airport, and he's like, oh, have you missed your bus again? Yeah. Oh, I got my car with me. Anyway, Chris has sent me something to keep me going this weekend, because obviously the lack of a physical GridCon 2 was a disappointment. So he has sent me a gift, and he has sent me some Marks and Spencer's Peach and Passion Fruit Jaffa Cakes. Some Marks and Spencer Dark Chocolate Lemon and Lime Jaffa Cakes. Oh, look at that. That's a green box. But you can't see that because it's... yeah, so that's a green box. And McVitie's Pineapple Jaffa Cakes, which again, you can't really see. That's really weird when you do that, isn't it? So yeah, so thank you very much to Chris. These are going to keep me going over the weekend. I have deliberately kept these from myself, and I'm going to be munching those over the weekend. Question from Matthew, what do I have in my porridge? So yeah, I fill my porridge every morning. The first rule about porridge is I buy the super cheap Tesco value porridge, okay? I don't buy either Tesco super cheap value or the Aldi everyday value porridge. I have porridge every day and it's absolutely fine. Okay, the texture may not be as perfect, but yeah, I have it every day and it's absolutely fine. But what I have in my porridge, it generally varies. So I usually have a little bit of honey, like a bit like a teaspoon, not teaspoon, tablespoon of honey. I normally have some mixed nuts in there. Again, just the cheap mixed nuts that you buy in packets. I normally have, because I love nuts and raisins and things like that, I mix them in there. I usually have half a banana as well. And I often add either a Jaffa cake or a lump of chocolate and mix it all up. It's more than a breakfast. It's like a proper meal. But yeah, I have that pretty much every day. Yeah, and I've been doing that for years. Don't forget to hydrate. Yeah, absolutely. I'll hydrate. No, I better not have that. That's left over from last night. I didn't finish my beer last night in the bar. Marty saying bacon. Should I have bacon in my porridge? Yeah, I'm not sure. Chrissy said it's a favourite video of mine, and James is saying what video? Yeah, so go go to my YouTube channel and search for the how to play That's a Question. Yeah, it's a silly party game that Vladia designed, that CGE published. And when I say party game, I don't mean party game as in Codenames and Letter Jam, which are technically party games but are actually really clever and thinky. That's a Question is just a fun, silly party game. And yeah, I may have dressed up as a squirrel in the video. I'd definitely watch it, even if you just watch it for the opening minute, because it's funny. David's got to go and do some work, and that's fine. Strong in my voice, be unwavering. Yeah, that's the thing. Am I going to lose my voice this weekend? I normally do it at conventions, but that's normally because I'm having to talk extra loud because it's very busy. Audrey's here saying glad GridCon is happening, and thank you, Audrey, for using the correct capitalization of GridCon. So it's GridCon with a capital G, a capital C, all one word. It will probably be years before everybody gets it right. James is watching the squirrel video right now. If you haven't seen it, go and watch it. And as I say, you don't need to watch the whole video, just watch the first minute of the video. I think it's quite funny. I'm just going to alt tab back to Facebook and see if there's any comments in the Facebook chat. I'm going to try and get Facebook chat on screen while I'm doing this. So what do we have? We have Martin Anderton saying good luck for the weekend. Thank you very much. What toppings are on your porridge? We've covered that. Jason is saying good morning. Sponsored by Tesco and Marks and Spencer's. Yes, Philip's here as well. Philip was stuck in virtual traffic this morning on the virtual Severn Bridge, but he is on his way, so he will get here soon. And if you see Philip on the Discord channel, please help him out because he's new to online gaming. Although I think this week you've started dabbling around and you've played multiple games, so that's great. Yeah, you can do that. Mike is here in the Facebook chat saying good luck. Thank you very much, Mike, and good luck with all of your work. Right, okay. Ryan Courtney has just sent me a Facebook message and said, if you're going to do a Q&A with no-name designers like Vittel, you might as well have done me too. Yep, that's absolutely right. I should have done. Yeah, we can. Let's make it happen. Right, so yeah, if you want a live Q&A with Ryan Courtney, he's just sent me a message and we can do that. Yeah, cool. Roddy saying, lost your voice at a live gaming get-together 4.5 days after you explained too many games. Yeah, I've lost... I've lost my voice at conventions before. Victoria is saying that's oatmeal, not porridge, an argument you have with your husband every time. So I know in America it's called oatmeal and in Britain it's called porridge, but is technically this oatmeal? Is this technically not porridge, or is it just a different name? In Asia, porridge is rice. Yeah, it's probably the same thing in America with like jelly and jello. But yeah, I'm interested. Matt is suggesting I can blipvert the squirrel image into other videos. I could do. Yeah, I could do. Right, so it's 9:20. Yeah, I mean, I don't have anything to do. I'm here for another 10 minutes. Sandy's here as well. Hi, Sandy. Sandy's actually one of the people who is also taking part, I believe, in the BGG Dice Tower online convention. And Sandy's going to be flipping between the two, I think. I was trying to suggest that you play a game, you know, you take part in both conventions literally at the same time. Shouldn't that search say GridCon manager? Yeah, so I went up into the attic like 10 minutes before this was due to start and found the cardboard box with GridCon t-shirts, and I pulled one out and put it on. And you're right, this does say GridCon staff, but we do have ones upstairs that just say GridCon. So I might change it for that. Yeah, we got ones made for me and Vicky, which were just GridCon, and then we got staff ones made for the staff. So yeah. Ian Turner is in the Facebook chat saying he thought Porridge was a great comedy. Yeah, that's good. Drummy saying, not done any digital tabletop gaming before, have a hideous workload, but we'll try and get involved. Thank you very much. And look forward to seeing people in November. Yeah, so GridCon 2 hasn't been cancelled. GridCon 2 has been moved back. GridCon 2 is the real convention, and hopefully it will be happening at the end of November. Hopefully. Who knows what's going to happen. Tickets are available because about a dozen people who'd booked tickets for this GridCon couldn't make the November one, so they've cancelled their tickets. We've refunded them, so there are some tickets available for November's GridCon. To be honest, I wouldn't book them just now. I mean, if you want to, you'll get a refund if we have to cancel it, but I don't know. I'm still nervous because we don't know what's going to be happening in the world. And whilst lockdown is easing in certain places, I think we're going to get a spike on the second wave, and then it might come in again. And even if in November, you know, we're all able to start meeting around each other's houses and things like that, are hotels going to be able to run events where there's 200 hot, sweaty people in a room? Well, it's November. There won't be much sweating. I don't know. So yeah, we don't know. We will see. Right. Any other questions? Any other questions? If anybody's got any questions for me, this is your opportunity. While I have a bit more of my oatmeal. I'm going to look into that. There you go. Live video. Watch Paul eating his breakfast. Feels pretty real. Yes, apart from the fact that I got a Martian background. And Matt is organising his own convention, yeah, in February 2021. So if you're in the sort of Devon area, Devon or Cornwall, then yeah, Matt's organising his own convention, and that's scheduled for February 2021. He's nervous about that. So yeah, I think I'm right to be nervous about November GridCon, and I really don't want to have to put that back. But if we do, we do. I'll do another one of these. Although this has been, yeah. I won't go into how much work this has been. YT is saying this event will go down in the history books. I'm not sure about that. But yes, thank you very much for the vote of confidence. Yeah, I mean the charity raffle, if you're watching this and you don't know about the charity raffle, please go and look at the charity raffle, because, and I'm not going to talk about it too much in detail because I know how it's going to affect me, but the charity raffle is doing fantastic. It's doing really well. What's surprising about the charity raffle is a couple of things. The first one, and these two things are related. I'm just going to pull it up now. So the charity raffle has had 270 people donating. That's the first surprising thing to me, because I thought that would have been more. With the amount of people that have been sharing this charity raffle on social media and posting about it and everything else, and I know 270 people is a lot, and I'm not, you know, I'm thankful for those 270 people, but that's only 270 people who have donated. You know, I got 10,000 followers on Twitter, although how many of them are actually active, I don't know. And there's, you know, how many thousands of members in the Board Game Trading in Chat UK Facebook group, and we've only had 270 people donating. Okay, so that's the first surprising thing. The second surprising thing is we've made currently £5,134, which is astonishing, absolutely astonishing. We had a target of £500, and we have made so far £5,134. Now, I get all of the emails through, so I am seeing emails come through from all of the people that are donating, and some people have been extremely generous, very, very generous. If you can only afford a pound, that's fine, right? That's absolutely fine. I'd love to have, you know, 2,000 people donating £1. So please don't think, oh, you need to donate, 50 quid or 100 quid or whatever. You don't. Just a donation of £1, and encourage everybody else you know to donate £1. That's it. So I'm doing this convention for free. It has been a massive amount of work to put it together. I am personally financially out by a lot of money, because I've basically not been doing the paid work, because I've been doing this. And I don't want any money back for that, but I want people to donate to the charity. So instead of paying to attend a convention, I want attendance to the convention to be free, so it's open for everybody, but I'd like people to donate. Anyway, yeah, so we've made a massive amount of money, which is just, impressive. Martin is saying quality over quantity. Yes. Yeah. And yeah, if you are able to share it and everything else, it's a really difficult situation, because I've spoken to some people who I thought were friends who have said no when I've asked them to share it, and that's hard to take. I have spoken to publishers, some of whom I thought were friends, some of whom I've done videos for, who also said, no, we're not going to share it. Yeah, I won't say who it is, but yeah, that's quite hard to take. So I know I should focus on the positive, and I am. As I say, we've raised 10 times more than we expected to make, and the difference this is going to make for the kids in Africa. I was speaking to Ben yesterday in Africa, and I said, look, we were expecting £500. You already thought, right, if we get £500, that's going to keep us going for, I think it's a month or something like that. And this was yesterday when we'd raised 3,000. I'm like, what are you going to do now that you've got £3,000? And he's like, well, £3,000 is actually going to keep them going till December. So their regular monthly costs for food and everything else is £500 a month. So basically we're funding them for till December. And right now the situation in Africa is quite bad. Not with COVID-19. Benny's telling me that the coronavirus situation over there is actually okay. It's relatively mild. The problem is politics, governments, rules, restrictions, regulations is actually crippling what's going on. And he said that they're relying on government subsidies for food, and the food is just run out. And it's like, oh, wow. Okay. So I'm really hoping that, they're able to do something with the money. Yeah. So Hill Morris saying, where is the link? So I've posted the link in a number of different places, but I will put it in the Facebook chat now. Where is it? I've got it on a shortcut link somewhere. I've got millions of windows open. There you go. It's the Martian Surfaces window. So I'm going to copy this. This is the charity raffle. I'm going to put this in the Facebook chat now. I'll put it in the YouTube chat as well, in case anybody wants it there. Where's the YouTube chat? Yeah, too many videos, too many windows open. Is it that one? Yeah, it's that one. Right, there you go. So there is the link to the charity. What is exactly the Chrysalis Youth Empowerment Network? So I can tell you a little bit about what I know about it, but the best place to find more information would be their website. The Chrysalis Youth Empowerment Network. They have a website, cyen.org. something or other. Yeah, that will tell you the full extent of what they do. The bits that I know they do is they take kids in and they are empowering the youths. And basically what they're doing is they are training them, as far as I understand, to become leaders and managers and everything else. So here's what happened yesterday. At this little, village or whatever they've got in Uganda, Ben was telling me yesterday that 60 or 70 people just randomly turned up. Hungry, no food, nothing to do, looking for help. And because of their little camp that they've got, some of the kids who have been in this program now for years are kind of like, they are educators, they are leaders, they are able to do something. They helped, divide these people into groups. Some went off and did some cooking to try and make some food for them. One of them ran a role-playing game session. Somebody else sat down to teach them how to play Mexico and other games as well. And this is how I got involved. And when I saw what they were doing, when I heard about it, I thought, oh, well, that's good. And I thought, it's probably just kids, playing chess or playing Monopoly or something like that. And then I looked at them and I'm like, no, wait a minute. They were playing Madeira. There's like 15-year-old kids teaching other kids how to play Madeira. And I was like, I was blown away by how impressive this is. And then when I spoke to Ben about exactly what they're doing, I was like, oh, okay, this is a charity I can get behind, because I support a lot of charities, and do fundraising, and I contribute like many of us do. We throw in bits of money to different charities over the years, and there's a lot of charities which I do support, hospice care for cancer patients and things like that. But these charities are big, and you donate your bit of money to them and it goes to them, and you're like, okay, you don't really see the impact that that's had, because these are huge charities that are worth millions. Yet with this one, suddenly I could see directly, okay, so this money has gone, and I'll speak to Ben and we'll find out exactly where the money's going and the actual difference it's going to make. And because it's tied in with board games as well, people like Matt Leacock has been supporting this charity for a while. Matt's giving a couple of prizes away for the charity raffle, and people like that. It definitely feels more, you know what I'm trying to say. Alan is saying, as a publisher, we sponsor a Ugandan pupil. Yeah, there you go. So Surprise Stare Games actually sponsor one of the pupils, and I did as well. I remember last year, I think I paid however much it was to basically sponsor one of them for, I think it was 3 or 6 months or something like that. So yeah, they have these pupils, which I think are called butterfly students or something like that. And it's all about their education and then them educating others. So yeah, are the demos going to be broadcast via YouTube? So right, everything that I'm doing, and I'll just put the list on screen again now. If I can find my software, and was it this one? Yeah. All of these are going to be broadcast on my YouTube channel. Okay, I'm probably not going to do them on Facebook as well, although I might. I'm just not sure. I think if I can get the chat working, maybe I will. But yeah, all of these are going to be broadcast live on YouTube. The other ones run by other people, probably not. They are just going to be, so Vital's games that he's demoing, yeah, they're just really for the people. I'm not able to broadcast them. There was a comment just above. Alan's involved in running a virtual freeform convention. Feels like more work than the physical one. Yeah. Yes. How many hours have I spent working on virtual GridCon? Yeah. 60, 70, 80, I don't know. I mean, at the moment, my day is I get up, I probably work on virtual GridCon stuff non-stop for like 16, 18 hours, and then get 4 hours of sleep. And that's how it's been for the last 3 days. I have done probably 1 hour's paid work each day. So yesterday I finished a video. I did an hour's paid work yesterday finishing a video for this Diamond. I've not really advertised it yet. The videos are live on my channel now. It's a game designed by some scientists, including Matthew Dunstan. And I didn't realise, but in the UK there is a, what's it called? Particle accelerator. We have a particle accelerator in the UK called Diamond Light Source. And yeah, they've designed a game. So it's a game for kids. There's 2 versions. There's one for ages 5 and up, one for ages 10 and up. And they've done a print and play game, and they wanted me to do video. So that's done. Anyway, so yesterday I did an hour's paid work. The day before I did 1 hour of rulebook work, and then, 18 hours of GridCon prep. So it's been pretty much non-stop full-time, certainly for the last 3 days. And I just, it's exhausting. Yeah, there's a lot going on. But as I say, I'm happy to do so, and I'm happy to do so for a couple of reasons. First of all, many of you watching this now are Patreon supporters of mine, and I did not do this convention, and I am not doing this video in any way to boost my Patreon campaign. But what I will say is that the money that I make from the donation, from the contributions of people on my Patreon campaign, that is paying my salary at the moment. Okay, because I'm not certainly in the last week or so, and all of this weekend, which means I'll need recovery time next week. I've cutting down on the amount of paid work that I do, and it's the Patreon money which have basically sort of been living off, if you see what I mean. So thank you very much to all of my Patreon supporters. You made this happen. If it weren't for the support of my Patreon campaign, I would have had to carry on working a full-time job, and then I wouldn't have been able to do this on the side. So anyway, that's where we are. Yeah, Steve Briscoe, thank you for all of these live streams, even more so in difficult circumstances. Thank you, Steve. Yeah, the circumstances are difficult. And certainly when I started doing live streaming last year, well, for anybody who was around at the time when I was doing the live streaming, I mean, I still have technical issues now, but the technical issues I was having back then, it's just non-stop. And I didn't know the software, and I didn't know anything. I literally didn't know anything about live streaming. And now I'm finding it relatively easy. Occasionally still I have the microphone on the floor, and the software crashes. There are things that I can't do about that. But overall, I think I'm happy with my live streaming setup at the moment. And one of the questions that I get asked quite often at the moment is, once lockdown is over and once coronavirus situation has been sorted out, however it gets sorted out, am I going to carry on doing, playthroughs of computer games or solo games or anything else? And I'm like, well, yeah. Or am I going to be doing live streams of me playing games with people around the world, which I didn't do before because I didn't have time. Now that's the only thing I can do. Am I going to carry on doing it? Yeah, I probably am, because it's actually really good. Right, Radu's going to join the Everdell game. Yes, okay, so games are starting. I'm going to wrap this up soon. Ricky Royals just popped into the chat. Hi, Ricky, thank you for joining in. It is hot on Mars, yes, and on Earth. After GridCon, you need to take a break. Yeah. Your little mascot, does it have a name? So, no. And I feel a bit bad about this because a few times over the last 6 months or so, I've done a poll and I've done give me some suggestions for name, and I've done that 3 times now. And people come up with loads and loads of suggestions, and I never settled on a name. So it is just my chameleon, and I still haven't managed to settle on a name for him, her, it. I don't know. Yeah, all of the other ones have got names. So this is Charlie. This is Charlie. We've got a few other ones, but yeah, haven't got a name yet for the chameleon. So let me know. Can't be called Grog because everything has to be alliteration with me. So this is Charlie, the cat. Okay, so it's going to have to be something beginning with C or K. Can we see the invisible Jaffa cakes again? Yes, you can see the invisible Jaffa cakes. In fact, if I just turn the green screen off for a minute. Settings. Boom, there you go. Right, so this is what the Jaffa cakes look like, and this is the pineapple Jaffa cakes. So there you go. There you go. Right, okay, let's pop the Martian background back on. There you go. Changey McChange face, yes. Square Jaffas are a rare treat. Are they square? I think they are, aren't they? Yeah, well, they're rectangular. Yeah, okay, I'll have them later on. Yeah, Cameo the chameleon. Oh, I quite like that. Thank you, Renee, for that suggestion. Yeah, I'll see what Vicky thinks about that. Cameo the chameleon. Yeah, quite like that. So yeah, games are starting right now. People are over on the Discord channel right now. Yeah, I'm going to start wrapping things up now. So if you watch this video and you don't know what's going on, virtual GridCon. The doors are open. People are coming in. People are sitting down. People are playing games. I really want to play a game myself, but I know I should do some admin, and I've got dozens of emails, and I've got more stuff to do for the charity raffle. Maybe I'll play a quick game of something for half an hour. But yeah, go onto the Discord server. If you've never used Discord before and you're really worried about it, don't be worried. And I'm saying that as somebody who was putting off using Discord for about a year because I already use so many different pieces of software and messaging platforms. I'm like, oh, I don't want to have to learn another one. And then eventually I had to, and I went, oh, this is really easy. So yeah, Discord is really easy to use. You can use it on your desktop, in a browser, an app, whatever. Just get yourself on there. And yeah, take part in the chat and everything else. Right, okay. Quick flip over to the Facebook chat. Ian's here. Yeah. You can come to Iceland and relax after GridCon. Yes, Hilmar's invited me to. I'd love to. As I say, we talk about this afterwards. As soon as we did that live stream the other day, I spoke to Vicky and went, I've been invited to a convention in Iceland. Oh, yes. So yeah, I definitely would like to come to that. Ian's just popped in the Facebook chat as well. Hi Ian, I need to send you that link to the Cloud Spire thing. Anyway, right, we're all done. I'm going to disappear now and do some admin. I will see you all in the Discord channel. Yeah, that's everything. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I will speak to you all soon.